What if I told you that Jade Cargill's biggest advantage in WWE isn't her strength, her size, or even that jaw-dropping presence? It's a 60-year-old legend working quietly behind the scenes. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. Because while the cameras focus on the lights, the entrances, and the power moves, something far more dangerous is happening off-screen. And if you're part of the WWE Women's Division, you should probably be very nervous. Jade Cargill arrived in WWE with expectations heavier than championship gold. From the moment she stepped onto the stage, fans knew this wasn't just another debut. This was a statement, a warning, a future headline walking in real time. But here's the part casual viewers miss. Looking like a star gets you noticed. Thinking like a legend keeps you on top. And Jade knows it. That's why she recently confirmed she's been working closely with a WWE Hall of Famer who's been in this business longer than some wrestlers have been alive. Not for publicity, not for nostalgia, for mastery. Now, pause for a second. When was the last time a performer with Jade's level of confidence openly said, "I'm still learning"? Exactly. That one detail changes everything. Because this isn't about fixing weaknesses, it's about sharpening weapons. This legend isn't teaching Jade how to be strong, she already is. He's teaching her to control a crowd without moving a muscle, how to turn a pause into tension, how to make every step, every stare, every second in the ring feel intentional. That's the kind of knowledge you don't get from workouts or highlight reels. You get it from decades of survival. And here's where things start getting scary. Jade Cargill with raw athleticism was already a problem. Jade Cargill with refined psychology, that's a takeover. Because wrestling isn't just about who hits harder, it's about who understands timing better, who knows when to slow things down, who can make the audience feel something before the move even lands. That's how icons are built. And the timing of this mentorship, not random, not accidental. WWE is clearly preparing for the next era. New faces, new leaders, new names to carry the company forward on the biggest stages imaginable. And Jade fits that vision perfectly. She has crossover appeal. She looks like money. She feels like a star you could drop into any spotlight and watch it explode. Now imagine her fully polished. Here's a question for you. What happens when someone who already dominates physically starts dominating mentally too? That's when undefeated streaks turn into legendary runs. That's when titles stop feeling temporary. That's when careers shift from potential to inevitable. And if you think this guidance is only about better matches, think bigger. WWE doesn't pair legends with projects they don't believe in long term. They invest, which leads to an uncomfortable thought for everyone watching closely. Is Jade being prepared for something massive behind the scenes? A historic title reign, a main event moment, a role that completely reshapes the women's division? Because once the pieces click into place, there's no going back. And here's the part nobody talks about enough. Jade isn't rushing. She's listening. That might be the most dangerous thing of all. In an industry where egos burn fast and bright, the ones who last are the ones who absorb everything. Every story, every lesson, every mistake they don't have to make themselves. And Jade Cargill is doing exactly that. Let's be honest for a second. If you're another superstar in that locker room and you hear Jade is learning directly from a Hall of Famer known for creating champions, you're watching your competition evolve in real time. That's not hype, that's reality. Because the moment Jade fully puts it all together, the presence, the pacing, the psychology, the confidence, it's over. Not just for her opponents, but for the narrative around her. Doubts disappear. Expectations skyrocket, and history starts forming right in front of us. So remember this moment, because when Jade Cargill steps into her next major chapter, people will say it came out of nowhere, but you'll know better. If you want to stay ahead of WWE's biggest moves before they explode, make sure you're subscribed. Like the video if you believe Jade Cargill is the future of the division, and drop a comment. What do you think this mentorship is really building toward? Because the next phase of Jade Cargill's journey, it might arrive a lot sooner than anyone expects.